And by the way, I meant to mention that these awards do come with a monetary amount, which is why you need to be a continuing student, because we're hoping that the student accounts, your accounts will be filled with on a certain amount of money that goes with this award. So, but let me know if there's any problems with that. The best oral presentation it was actually by a student of Heather Janice's. So I had the good fortune of going to hear this talk. I wanted to try to get to as many oral presentations as I could. I'm sorry if I missed yours, but I did try to get to them all. And Lexi had the last slot of the day. It was a long day, and this was after the luncheon, and I thought, oh, I better stay, because I hate to have sort of an empty audience. And she had a really nice audience. There were about 25 people, 30 people in the room, and we were in that cool little Kiva room, so we're all sitting around listening to Lexi talk. And I loved her talk. She did a fabulous job. She looked at, we all know how important parents are in our development, and one of the constructs she was interested in is how much the relationship between a parent and child plays out into adult relationships. So if you have good relationships with your parents, do you have good attachment relationships? And she was particularly interested in looking at this phenomena in military families. Right? Because children in those families have a parent that steps in and out of their lives periodically. There's a lot of stress that goes on, and worry about that parent, that sort of thing. And so she was interested in knowing whether it plays out into the adult relationships. And she, with Professor Janice, did a study that asked adults to retrospectively respond to their own childhood experiences when their parents were deployed in the military. Now, as often happens with social science research, we don't always find what we're looking for. But that's okay, right? I always said we need a journal of non-significant results, because that happens a lot. And really what's important is not so much that you didn't find what you were looking for, but that you didn't find what you were looking for, right? I think that's a good thing, because it tells us that there's other issues going on. We can sort of turn away from that particular issue and look to some other things, or it tells you some other things about your research. Lexi did a phenomenal job of handling that whole problem of sort of not finding significant results, and how do you talk about that in a scholarly way and explain that to people. And I just loved what she did in her talk about, why there wasn't a relationship between what was going on with military families and their adult relationships. And, bravo to you. It's hard to get up in front of an audience and talk about significant results, let alone non-significant. So, Lexi, come on up here, and congratulations on a great oral presentation. Where is it? Do I have it? Where's somebody took it. Oh, okay.
Oh no, wait, that's the wrong one. I don't want to give you someone else.
No, there you go.
You.
Congratulations. Okay, our last award. So the Robert Anderson Scholarship